Every year, millions of people get bitten by dogs in the United States alone, and most of those attacks come without warning. But what many people don't realize is that some dogs are considered so powerful, so unpredictable, and so difficult to control that entire countries have outlawed them. These aren't your everyday pets. They're animals with histories tied to hunting, guarding, and raw survival instinct. And the reasons behind their bans go far deeper than just aggressive behavior. Some of these breeds were shaped by centuries of conflict, others by dangerous experiments, and a few are so controversial that even owning one can get you fined, arrested, or stripped of your home insurance. But the real question is, which of these dogs earned their outlaw status, and why are governments around the world still terrified of them today?
Japanese Tosa. The Japanese Tosa isn't just another large dog. It's one of the few breeds in the world still tied to Japan's old tradition of personal protection. Originally bred in Tosa Kochi, this massive canine was designed to be silent, powerful, and terrifyingly composed. With thick muscle, a blocky head, and a roar that can shake the air, the Tosa commands respect the moment it appears. It's not naturally chaotic or wild, but its strength is so overwhelming that even trained handlers treat it with caution. In the wrong hands, a single moment of misjudgment can turn dangerous fast. That's why countries like Australia, Denmark, Norway, and Iceland restrict or outright ban ownership. The Tosa's power leaves almost no room for error. And if that sounds extreme, wait until you see the next dog, a breed that looks friendly on the surface but carries a reputation governments have tried to bury for decades.
American Staffordshire Terrier. At first glance, the American Staffordshire Terrier looks like a loyal family companion, strong, confident, and always ready to play. But beneath that friendly appearance is a dog bred for power, with a muscular frame and jaws built to lock down with incredible force, and Amstaff can deliver a single bite that leaves lasting damage. What makes this breed controversial isn't constant aggression, but its intense territorial instinct. When properly trained, it's gentle and dependable, but when neglected or provoked, its defensive drive switches on fast. That combination of strength, speed, and instinct has pushed countries like Germany, Switzerland, and Bermuda to ban or heavily restrict the breed. Even in places where it isn't outlawed, many cities enforce strict rules just to keep one. And while this dog can be misunderstood, the next breed doesn't leave much room for confusion. It was literally created for hunting, and its reputation is far more unforgiving.
Fila Brasileiro. The Fila Brasileiro isn't a dog you approach casually. It's a breed known for loyalty so intense that it can turn fierce the moment a stranger comes near. Developed in Brazil, this massive guardian was built for tracking fugitives, hunting dangerous animals, and protecting property with an unforgiving temperament. What makes the Fila truly feared is its instinct. Instead of delivering a chaotic attack, it grabs, restrains, and holds its target until its owner arrives, a behavior that feels more like a trained predator than a household pet. Weighing up to 80 kilograms and standing tall with a thick frame, a Fila can overwhelm almost anyone who crosses it without permission. Its reputation is so serious that countries like the UK, Norway, Australia, New Zealand, and Denmark have outlawed it entirely. Even in the US, simply owning one can cause insurance companies to drop your policy. But if this sounds extreme, the next dog on the list was engineered for raw combat, a hybrid fighter that many places refuse to recognize at all.
American Bandog. The American Bandog is one of the most misunderstood dogs ever created, a hybrid forged from bulldogs and mastiffs, bred specifically for strength, fearlessness, and raw combat ability. From the moment you see one, you notice the heavy muscles, the broad stance, and the alert, dominant posture that never seems to relax. This isn't a casual companion. It's a working beast, built for protection and high-risk jobs. When raised correctly, band dogs can be surprisingly obedient and loyal. But without firm, experienced handling, that power quickly becomes a problem. Their territorial nature and natural dominance make them aggressive toward other pets. And in inexperienced hands, their confidence can turn into uncontrollable behavior fast. That's why countries like Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, Belarus, and Venezuela have banned or restricted them entirely. And while the band dog's aggression comes from breeding, the next dog on the list carries something even more unpredictable: a royal guardian with a temperament that can switch in an instant.
Akita Inu. The Akita Inu may look calm and noble, but this dog was once trusted to guard Japanese royals and even take down bears. That legacy created a breed with incredible strength, deep loyalty, and a temperament that can shift without warning if it senses a threat. When raised with structure, an Akita can be gentle, disciplined, and affectionate. But without the right training, its independence becomes a problem. Akitas don't back down easily, and once they feel challenged, they react with force. Their size alone makes that a serious risk. A single mistake can lead to devastating consequences. Because of this, countries like Bermuda and Singapore have banned them outright, while places like Spain, Ireland, and parts of the US place heavy restrictions on ownership. And while the Akita is powerful, the next dog uses raw size and intensity in a way that has shocked even experienced handlers.
Boerboel. The Boerboel is the kind of dog you notice before it even moves. Bred in South Africa to guard remote farms from predators, this massive mastiff can weigh up to 90 kilograms and carries the kind of strength that makes even experienced trainers step back. Its entire purpose was survival, protecting families, livestock, and property in places where hesitation meant danger. But that same power can become a serious threat in the wrong hands. Boerboels are intelligent, dominant, and extremely protective. If they sense uncertainty or weak leadership, they take control fast. There have been numerous cases where inexperienced owners were overpowered by their own dogs, and those incidents helped push countries like France, Qatar, Malaysia, and Switzerland to ban or restrict the breed. Despite their loyal nature, a Boerboel's sheer size and intensity leave very little room for mistakes. And if you think this dog looks intimidating, the next one appears harmless until you learn the statistics behind it.
American Bulldog. The American Bulldog looks like a friendly, muscular farm dog, the kind you'd expect to see running across open fields or lounging beside its owner. But behind that approachable appearance is a breed with surprising power and a protective instinct that can turn dangerous in the wrong moment. Weighing up to 60 kilograms with a strong athletic build, the American Bulldog has the strength to overpower most people without even trying. And while many of them are gentle when raised with care, a 2016 study revealed something far more alarming. About 6% of dog-related fatalities in the United States were linked to this breed alone. The problem isn't constant aggression. It's the combination of size, territorial instinct, and how quickly they react when they feel challenged. That's why countries like Italy, Turkey, Venezuela, and Singapore require strict permits or ban them completely. But if the American Bulldog can be this dangerous despite looking harmless, the next dog proves that even the fluffiest breeds can hide a surprisingly fierce side.
Chow Chow. The Chow Chow might look like a walking teddy bear, but don't let that fluffy exterior fool you.
Beneath all that fur is a dog with one of the oldest and most territorial temperaments in the canine world. Originally from northern China and nicknamed the Puffy Lion Dog, the Chow Chow carries a fierce instinct to guard whatever it considers its own, whether that's a home, a yard, or a single person. The problem is simple. If a Chow Chow isn't trained early, its protective behavior switches on fast. It becomes defensive around strangers, hostile towards smaller animals, and stubborn when challenged. That combination makes the breed unpredictable, especially for first-time owners. Many cities across the United States have placed bans on them, and places like Bermuda and the UAE have heavy restrictions. It's a perfect example of how appearances can be dangerously misleading, because the next dog on this list isn't even fully dog. It's something much wilder.
Wolf dog. Owning a wolf sounds like something out of a movie, but the closest legal option is the wolf dog, a hybrid created by crossing a domestic dog with a wolf. And while they look majestic, these animals carry instincts that regular dogs simply don't have. Their prey drive is sharper, their reactions quicker, and their trust takes far longer to earn. Unlike pure wolves, wolf dogs can be social and even affectionate, but they never fully lose their wild behavior. A sudden noise, a new environment, or a stranger can trigger instincts that are impossible to predict. That's why Finland and Norway have banned them entirely, and many US cities enforce strict regulations just to own one. They're beautiful, powerful, and intelligent, but they remind us that some animals stay wild no matter how much we domesticate them. And if a wolf dog sounds intimidating, the next breed might surprise you, because it doesn't look dangerous at all, yet governments around the world refuse to take chances with it.
Tibetan Mastiff. The Tibetan Mastiff looks almost mythical, towering in size, wrapped in a massive double coat, and carrying the presence of an ancient guardian. For centuries, this dog protected isolated villages and monasteries high in the Himalayas, where surviving the wild meant being tougher than anything that approached. That legacy lives on today in a breed known for extreme territorial behavior and a level of strength most owners simply can't control. A Tibetan Mastiff doesn't just defend its space, it dominates it. When this dog decides something is a threat, its reaction is fast, loud, and powerful enough to overwhelm even trained handlers. That's why places like the UK, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Australia have banned or heavily restricted the breed. They're majestic, intelligent, and loyal, but they're also a reminder that some dogs were built for a world far more dangerous than ours. And speaking of guardians, the next dog wasn't bred in the mountains. It was engineered to intimidate strangers anywhere it went.
Doberman Pinscher. The Doberman is a breed built with purpose in every line of its body. Sleek, fast, and intensely alert, this dog was originally developed in the late 1800s by a German tax collector who wanted a protector that could move like a shadow and strike with precision. The result was a dog whose presence alone is enough to make most people think twice. What makes the Doberman controversial isn't random aggression, it's how quickly it reacts when it senses danger. Studies show this breed ranks high in stranger-directed aggression, meaning that when someone unfamiliar steps too close, a Doberman's defensive instinct can ignite instantly. With its muscular frame, powerful bite, and near-perfect reflexes, even a single misjudgment can escalate fast. Because of this, places like Ireland require strict permissions to own one, while countries such as Spain and Romania enforce tight regulations. Handled responsibly, Dobermans can be incredibly loyal companions, but they're not a breed that forgives careless ownership. And if a dog this precise can cause so much concern, the next breed brings a very different kind of risk. Raw, physical dominance paired with temperamental
unpredictability.
Presa Canario. The Presa Canario is the kind of dog that instantly commands respect. Originally bred in the Canary Islands to control livestock and guard farms, this powerful Mastiff-type dog was designed to make quick decisions and act without hesitation. With a muscular frame, a deep chest, and a stare that never seems to soften, the Presa carries a presence that few other breeds can match. But what truly makes it controversial is its temperament. This dog is confident to the point of jealousy. It often bonds tightly with a single owner and reacts sharply to anything it sees as competition or danger. From the early 1980s to the mid-2010s, numerous reports surfaced of severe attacks connected to this breed, many involving children. That history pushed countries like Australia, Singapore, Poland, and New Zealand to ban or heavily restrict ownership. The Presa Canario can be loyal and protective, but only in the hands of someone experienced enough to control it. And if you think this dog is intense, the next one takes that same power and evolves it into something even more fearless.
Presa de Presa Mallorquin. The Presa de Presa Mallorquin, often called the silverback, is a dog that lives up to its reputation. With a broad frame, thick muscles, and a fearless attitude, this breed was created in Mallorca for one purpose: to confront threats head-on. There's no hesitation in this dog. Once it locks on to something, its confidence takes over completely. Despite being loyal and incredibly protective of its owner, the Presa de Presa Mallorquin is not a breed for the unprepared. It has a natural drive to dominate its environment, and without strict training, that power becomes extremely difficult to control. Its aggression toward other dogs is well known, and its relentless courage makes it a serious risk in crowded or unpredictable settings. Because of this, many regions, including the Cayman Islands and several cities across Germany, have placed heavy bans and restrictions on the breed. It's one of the strongest guard dogs in the world, but also one of the most challenging to manage. And if this level of intensity seems dangerous, the next dog takes that raw power and adds a history of real-world attacks that shocked even seasoned experts.
Rottweiler. The Rottweiler is one of the most recognizable working dogs in the world. Powerful, disciplined, and built like a tank. Originally used in Germany to herd cattle and pull carts loaded with butchered meat, this breed developed an instinct to control movement and intimidate anything that tried to get in its way. Even today, that mix of strength and confidence makes the Rottweiler a natural protector and a serious threat when it isn't properly managed. Standing up to 70 centimeters tall and weighing as much as 60 kilograms, a Rottweiler has the muscle and bite force to overpower almost anyone. And while many Rottweilers are calm and deeply loyal, the statistics paint a different picture. They're responsible for the second highest number of severe dog attacks in the United States. That combination of physical dominance and unpredictable reactions has led places like Qatar, Bermuda, and parts of Ireland and Portugal to ban or restrict the breed heavily. It's a dog with incredible potential, but also one that demands respect and constant control. And if a dog this powerful is only number 14, the next breed proves that even the calmest-looking animals can hide instincts far more complicated.
Bloodhound. Bloodhounds are often seen as gentle giants, droopy eyes, long ears, and a calm presence that makes them look almost harmless. But behind that soft appearance is a deep hunting instinct that never truly goes away. Originally bred to track scents across impossible distances, bloodhounds have endurance, strength, and a stubborn determination that can catch owners off guard. The real issue isn't constant aggression, it's unpredictability. In familiar environments, they can suddenly become territorial or reactive if they feel overwhelmed. Their size adds to the problem. Weighing up to 50 kilograms with powerful legs built for long hunts, a bloodhound can knock someone down without even trying. Because of these concerns, countries like Italy, Turkey, and Venezuela require special permits or impose restrictions before anyone can keep one. They're intelligent and affectionate, but they demand intense training and daily discipline far more than most people realize. And if a gentle-looking dog like this can make the banned list, the next breed shows what happens when scientists attempt to combine wild instincts with domestic traits.
Czechoslovakian Wolf Dog. The Czechoslovakian Wolf Dog might be one of the most striking breeds ever created, but its origins are far from ordinary. In 1955, scientists in Czechoslovakia began an experiment to blend the endurance and instincts of a wolf with the intelligence and obedience of a German Shepherd. The result was a hybrid that looked majestic, but carried instincts far more unpredictable than anyone expected. These dogs are fast, alert, and unbelievably driven. Their prey instinct is intense, and their energy levels make them difficult to control even for experienced owners. While they can be social with those they trust, their reactions to unfamiliar situations can change instantly. That unpredictability is exactly why Australia and Norway have banned them, and why many parts of Europe maintain strict regulations. The Czechoslovakian Wolf Dog is loyal, impressive, and intelligent, but it represents the thin line between domesticated pet and untamed nature. And if a scientific experiment created something this powerful, the next breed shows what happens when a dog is built purely for big game hunting.
The Dogo Argentino. The Dogo Argentino is a dog built for one purpose: taking down big game. Created in 1928 by Dr. Antonio Nores Martinez, this muscular powerhouse was bred to hunt wild boar and puma, animals that require speed, strategy, and extreme strength to overpower. One look at a Dogo Argentino and you immediately understand why so many countries fear it: the thick neck, the powerful stance, and the explosive energy that radiates even when it's calm. But the real challenge with this breed isn't just its physical power, it's the personality behind it. The Dogo Argentino is confident, stubborn, and intensely protective. If it decides something is a threat, its reaction is fast and forceful. Even experienced owners can struggle to maintain control, especially if the dog wasn't socialized early. That dominance has pushed countries like Denmark, Norway, Australia, and the Cayman Islands to ban or restrict them heavily. Powerful, fearless, and built for battle, the Dogo Argentino is a reminder that some breeds carry instincts far stronger than what traditional training can tame. And if you think this is the peak, the next dog is the most infamous banned breed on Earth, a name that instantly sparks debate everywhere it's mentioned.
Pitbull Terrier. Muscular, fast, and unbelievably determined, this dog was originally bred in England for brutal blood sports, where packs of dogs were thrown into pits against bulls and bears. That intense history shaped a breed with incredible jaw strength, explosive power, and a drive that doesn't fade once it locks onto something.
But what cemented the pit bull's reputation isn't just the past, it's the sheer number of incidents reported over the decades. From the early 1980s to the early 1990s, attacks involving pit bulls surged worldwide, many of them unprovoked. By 1991, the UK had banned both owning and breeding them entirely. And since then, countries like Belgium, Brazil, Denmark, and large parts of the US and Canada have followed with bans or strict restrictions. Despite their loyal side, pit bulls are powerful animals that require constant discipline and expert training. In the wrong hands, their strength becomes overwhelming, which is exactly why so many governments still view them as too risky. And if you think this giant is the final name on the list, the next breed takes intimidation to another level with size alone.
Neapolitan Mastiff. The Neapolitan Mastiff is a dog that leaves an impression the moment it enters a room. Massive, wrinkled, and unbelievably powerful, this Italian guardian was descended from ancient war dogs. Animals bred to intimidate and overwhelm anything that dared to approach. Weighing up to 80 kilograms and standing over 80 centimeters tall, a full-grown Neapolitan Mastiff feels less like a pet and more like a living fortress. Despite their calm and sometimes gentle nature, their size and strength alone make them a serious responsibility. When a dog this large decides to react, it can cause damage without even intending to. That's why some countries require owners to pass psychological evaluations before they're allowed to keep one, and why places like Bermuda, Malaysia, Qatar, and Singapore have banned them entirely. The Neapolitan Mastiff isn't naturally vicious, but it's simply too powerful, too heavy, and too dominant for most households to manage safely. But we're not done yet. There's one final breed on this list, a dog everyone recognizes but very few realize is considered dangerous in multiple countries.
German Shepherd. The German Shepherd is one of the most iconic working dogs on the planet. Intelligent, loyal, and trusted by police and military units for decades. With sharp instincts and agile, muscular build, this dog can switch from calm companion to focused protector in an instant. That capability makes the breed incredibly valuable, but it also makes it dangerous when handled poorly. Despite their reputation for loyalty, German Shepherds carry a strong defensive drive. When they sense a threat, they react fast, sometimes too fast for inexperienced owners. Because they're capable of inflicting serious harm, several countries, including Ukraine, Bermuda, Belarus, and the Maldives, have placed bans or heavy restrictions on the breed. It's not that German Shepherds are inherently vicious, it's the combination of speed, intelligence, and power that becomes risky without strict training and boundaries. And now that you've seen all 20 breeds, the real question remains: which one truly deserves the title of the world's most dangerous dog?
After looking at these breeds, one thing becomes clear. Danger isn't always about size, strength, or history. In almost every case, the real problem starts when a powerful dog ends up with the wrong owner. Mismanagement, poor training, and neglect can turn even the most loyal breed into a serious threat. And the breeds on this list weren't banned just because of their nature. They were banned because of the risks created when that nature isn't respected. Every one of these dogs has the potential to be loyal, protective, and incredibly intelligent, but they also carry instincts that can overwhelm someone who isn't prepared. That's why so many governments stepped in, not to punish the dogs, but to protect the people who didn't understand the responsibility. So the question isn't just which dog is the most dangerous. The real question is, which one would you trust to handle, if any at all? Let me know which breed shocked you the most and if there's another dog you believe should be on this list. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and take care of yourself.